guys, thank you so much for joining me for my Hobonichi Flip Through for the month of February. It wasn't the best month, but I tried to make the most of it in terms of journaling in this little A6. You can see that it is starting to chunk out a little bit, it's starting to fill out. I'm slightly concerned because it's only the second month of the year, and yeah, I'm just curious to see how it's going to be by December. So to start us off, this first page on the left was basically done after the fact. The illustration that you're seeing on this page is from James Luke Burke Creative. I recall that I received that in his Patreon in August of last year. I love it, so I just used it. And the following page, we started the month off with pizza and Netflix, which I think is a fantastic way to start the month. The second, pretty slow day. I really wanted to just take a moment, especially at the start of the month, to write out all my goals and aspirations. And on the third, I did some guilt-free self-care. And I think that's always important to indulge in. The following day was pretty scary for our family. My daughter seemed to have, well, she did, an allergic reaction to peanut butter, which is a first for her. I mean, she's had it before. This particular night, her eye swelled up. I took a cute Snapchat filter photo and it looks like she's winking, and I think it's really cute, so I put that in there. But we spent about 5 hours in the emergency room, and yeah, she's okay now, but yeah, pretty scary night. Now, if you're just tuning in to my Hobonichi Flip Through videos, anything goes. So on one page, there's kind of like an inspirational quote, and on the left-hand page is an illustration of one of my favorite art supplies that I ran out of, and I'm completely bummed out about because I can't seem to find a replacement anywhere. Now, to be completely transparent with you guys, this month really kicked my butt in terms of depression and anxiety. I don't know why, but it really affected me. And so I'm just journaling a little bit about it on the Friday. And then on the 9th, I got to open some happy mail from Sky Bambi on Instagram. I was so grateful for the package that they sent me. It was so thoughtful. And I was so blown away by their kindness, and it was something that definitely lifted my spirits. Moving on to the 10th, it was my daughter's second birthday, and I was totally blown away by this fact because it just seems like yesterday that she was a tiny baby in my arms. But I included this photo of her and her grandfather and her grandfather's dog all opening a present together. And on the following page is a portrait of Katherine Johnson, and she is a 100-year-old mathematical genius at NASA, and it was also a nod to Black History Month in February. Now, I'm always trying to expand my vocabulary, and I had some matching ephemera that would go with the word cerulean, which is, oh, and there's my daughter. She made a brief appearance. She loves pointing at the bright lights that I'm using at my desk. So, yeah, that was Denny. And, of course, another inspirational quote on the following page. I remember feeling really down that day, so there's not much decoration going on. Valentine's Day was pretty quiet. I decided to do like a little throwback photo of our honeymoon. That was 3 years ago. I should know that, shouldn't I? Yeah, it was just such a wonderful day, and I absolutely love that memory. And on the 15th, again, I'm feeling a bit down that day, so I'm just sort of journaling about certain feelings of frustration that I had about people not calling me back or sending me through paperwork that, you know, that they're supposed to be doing. And it was just that feeling of not being in control. On this page, I'm talking about the 10-year challenge that is circulating Facebook and Instagram and other social media. So I'm just sort of reflecting my feelings about how I was 10 years ago, and also documenting a skin serum that I absolutely love. And I thought I would also include a small watercolor illustration of it too. So if you can't half tell by now, I love journaling the little moments. So on the 18th, our pet rabbit Waffles, he got to enjoy basically a little spa treatment. So we groomed his hair, his nails were clipped, he had his hutch completely cleaned out. It was his day. And the following day is a little tribute to my daughter and the what I think is an adorable quirk she has about having a fear with the garbage man and the garbage truck. Another new word that I learnt this month is symposium, and it is also followed by a page talking about a book that I read this month called Mindfulness and the Art of Drawing. I absolutely love it. It talks about the act of drawing and art making as a therapeutic practice, which I can totally get on board with. And yeah, so we're moving on to another inspirational quote. Again, I was feeling a little bit down that day, so I just wanted to give myself a little pep up. This was followed by documenting a mini-series on Netflix that my husband and I watched called Russian Doll, and it was so funny and quirky and strange, and I highly recommend that you check it out if you haven't already. The 24th was something that I call Denny and Granny Day. They got to hang out together and go to the beach, and I don't know why the photo came up a little bit darker. It's much lighter in person. But again, just little moments that I really want to cherish. So as you can see, I'm still really trying to figure out how I want to even use the Hobonichi. It's definitely my first one that I've ever tried, and I basically bought it without a plan, so to speak, so I'm just kind of winging it. Okay, so this day, again, I was kind of feeling stressed because I was at the mercy of other people not delivering things when they really should be. So this was kind of an ode, this printable, I think it's from Rad and Happy, I think I've said that right, talking about how, yeah, well, you can pause it and read it yourself. The following page has some hand-drawn printables that I released for my February bullet journal setup video, and I will leave a link to that in the top right hand corner. And to finish off the month, I wrote down this inspirational quote. I think it's good to kind of end the month the way that I did, because it's almost as if, you know, right, that wasn't the best month for me. I'm just going to kind of wipe the slate clean and kind of change my focus for the month of March. So I will leave you now with a quicker flip through for you guys to check out. I hope that you guys did enjoy this flip through as much as I enjoyed putting the pages together. Again, I would love to hear your thoughts and your feedback, so please leave me a comment down below, especially if you use a Hobonichi as well. I would love to know how you're using it too. And as always, if you haven't already, please like and comment on this video and subscribe to this channel if you feel so inclined. And in the meantime, I will see you in my next video. Take care.